Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm making another video today and it was a requested video from my friend. And she asked me that in class she was struggling with turning fractions into percentages and decimals. So I thought, why don't I make a video to help you? And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell because you never should miss an episode and it might be really helpful for you. Also, don't forget to check out my videos that I've been doing and they might help you. My last one was kind of funny and my other ones are sort of serious, but they're still cool, I guess. To start off with converting fractions to decimals and percentages, I'm going to model a few questions. Say if you have 7 over 10. Now this is an easy one and I will remind you that you will get harder questions than this on your tests. Now some people may already know the answer to this as a decimal. What you need to do is 7 divided by 10 because you know this line is the same as divided by. So either way, if you write it 7 over 10 or 7 divided by 10, it doesn't really make a difference that much. To work this question out, to work out 7 divided by 10, you will have to use something called decimal places. Now, if somebody has learnt this, then they would know that 7 is actually equal to 7.0. But in maths, we would never write 7.0, we would just write 7. But 7.0 and 7 are still the same number, but they're just written differently. However, you can't have 0.7. Okay, now if you need to divide by 10, you would move this way in a jump, and if you would need to times, you would move this way. If we're dividing and we have 7.0, we need to move to the left side to divide. If you were doing 7.0 divided by 10, you would move it one decimal place to the left, and then that is where your decimal point would go. And then you would, since you can't leave it 0.7, then you would have to write 0.7. And some people think that this is 0.70. The truth about this is, if the 0 in a decimal is after this number like 7, then you just don't include it. So now it would be 0.7 only. And that's your decimal. And now we're going to be looking at how we convert it into a percentage. And they're not that hard as well. Now we have our question. We know that 7 over 10 is equal to 0.7. Now what we're going to have to do is find it as a percentage, and this is what the percentage sign looks like. Now first, before we're going to do this, we're going to be discussing what the word percentage actually means, so it can, you can have a better understanding. We're just going to be using percent for now, not percentage. But either way, they're the same. So if we look at just splitting it apart, we get per, and per in maths, like in percentage, means out of. So if we have out of, we have a fraction. Like 7 out of 10 equals 0.7. Either way you say it, it isn't much of a difference because it's the same method and the same thing. Because 7 out of 10 equals 0.7. This is 7 out of 10 or 7 over 10. Doesn't matter how you say it. Now we know that per equals out of, but if it was a fraction, then what is it out of? And that's what we're going to be finding out right now. If we look at the other half, we get cent. You may be familiar with this word, like in America they have cents. So 100 cents equals $1. And yeah, this is the cent sign. It's a C and then it's basically crossed. So yeah. If 100 cents equals $1. Okay. And you may know it over here, but you may also know it somewhere else. If any of you do French, then you know that cent is the French number or word for saying 100. Now, we have 100 in each of these. If we got cent, meaning 100, our final conclusion would be that cent, because this is 100 cents and this is like 100 meaning of cent. So a cent equals 100. And that's what it is. Now if you look at it closely, you will notice something. We can't just have it in split ways like this. We're going to be doing it out of, so out of 100. And that's what our denominator basically is. Now we know that percent is something over 100. And how we're going to do 7/10 to something over 100, I will just show you now. To make 7 over 10 a percentage, you will need to convert it to something over 100, and remember that that is a percentage. Now if you look at it, you would not realize that 10 times 10 is 100, and that's what we're going to be doing here. So you write 10 times 10, you draw a line, and then you write 10 times 10. Now, we don't need to do anything different to the numerator. All we need to do is do the same as what we did to the denominator. We times by 10. And so you get 70 over 100. But you may realize that this can be converted into its simplest form, but we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be leaving it like it is, just this once, and you have 70 over 100. Now you know that over 100 is percent. You don't need to do anything to 70, so therefore our answer is 70%. And this is how you basically do it. 7 over 10 is equal to 0.7, which is equal to 70%. And it's really not that hard, like some of you may have thought. I'm going to be modeling this question to you, and it's not that hard, so I'd like you to try it as well. You may pause the video right now and try it if you get it, or just watch me do it. Now, like I said, to turn it into a decimal, you do 1 divided by 4. This may be a little tricky, but I know that this is 0.25. I know that this is 0.25 just for a fact. Yeah, but you may not know this already, but you could use a calculator to work this out or something else. And now I'll just turn it into a percentage, and how I'll do that is I have 1/4, 1 over 4, and I am going to turn it into something over 100. I'm going to turn it into 100. if you know your 4 times table, or you know it really good and far, then you know that 4 times 25 is 100, and you would also need to do 1 times 25, and that's pretty easy. You get 25 over 100, so you have 25%, and that is not tricky at all. You may have some trouble doing 1 divided by 4, but if you want me to do long division or long multiplication, then please say so in the comments below. And so 1/4 is equal to 0.25, which is equal to 25%. And this is no problem. And I hope that you understood this video, and I enjoyed making it today. So if you want me to do a couple of questions with the topics I've already covered, like this one, I literally only gave 2 examples. So like, if you understand it, then it's really good, and if you don't, well, my advice is just keep going, and you may have not seen the video properly. So thank you again all so much for watching this video, and my friend's channel will also be linked in the description, both of them. She only does videos on one of her channels, so make sure to subscribe to her as well. Again, it's always in the description. And I will see you guys next time. If you really like this video, then don't forget to like it, and also like my previous videos, and make sure to tell me what videos you would like next. I already have a couple of ideas. My friend asked me, so this is her YouTube channel name, one of them, if you could do a division video, and that I will, but unfortunately not today. So again, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, and bye for now.